Jennifer Zamparelli on 2FM.
Yes, good morning. How's it going? It is Thursday, the 16th of March. If you didn't know that already, I'm Jennifer Zamparelli and I'm with you till 12. How is everybody doing? Are you all set for Paddy's Day? Lots going on in the papers this morning. And we could talk about Leo Varadkar this morning. We could talk about the impending doom, that is the weather on Patrick's Day. But I want to talk about a lad from Mullingar who has a skin routine that will put Naomi Campbell to shame. So Niall Horan, right? Niall Horan has revealed to Vogue magazine in an 8-minute long video what he actually does with his daily beauty regime, and it is bonkers. Here's a we had to cut this down. This is about 8 minutes long, isn't it, Ethna? 8 minutes long. And here's just a snippet of what he does.
It's Niall Horan here, and I'm going to take you through my daily skin routine. If I had all the time in the world, you're about to see what I would do. And as I head into my 30s, I'm trying to keep the baby face for as long as possible. Firstly, always set the tone. Have a candle of some sort with me.
A candle!
I love scented candles. First step is mousse. I don't know if it works, but I've been doing a cold water splash. Cleansing. This is my exfoliator. Next step, steamer. Really important. Give the eyes a little plump. The big silver balls. I always have mine in the freezer. When I'm in a hotel, I get a bucket of ice and roll them around a little bit. Next step is moisturizer. Skin done. Fabulous. Now back to hair.
Fabulous. I love how he says fabulous. You can take the man out of Mullingar. Fabulous. What do you think about that? Do you put your balls in the freezer? I was baffled by all of that. I mean, it's obviously working because he looks phenomenal, and I'm dying to hear what Taryn and Graham think in Newsy Bits. I'm going to put that to them, see what they make of that. We've lots going on the show today. Lots going on. I don't know if you heard the big news that Canada is looking for 1.5 million people to move there. So we're going to find out, what is it like for Irish people who actually decided to make the move? We are going to be hearing about job opportunities, the best cities to consider. That is coming at you after 11. Plus, the Irish are certainly holding their own when it comes to sport at the moment. We're making waves in rugby and most recently at Cheltenham. But what makes a winning streak and how can we ensure it continues? Marie Crowe will be here for a chat after 10 about all of that. But first, it is Newsy Bits. Don't go anywhere.
Text Jen 51552.
I see you looking at me. I can tell by your eyes that you're feeling me, and I really want you to get close to me. So would you dance with me? Dance with me. My drop tops in the parking lot, and I'm gonna take you back to my spot. But we still got a little more time to rock. So would you dance with me? Dance with me.
I can see you over there, just chilling with your girlfriends. Can't believe you're by yourself. You should be here with me, chilling with me, drinking with me, freaking with me. Oh, 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 yeah.
Looking at me, I can tell by your eyes that you're feeling me, and I really want you to get close to me. So would you dance with me? Dance with me.
My drop tops in the parking lot, and I wanna take you back to my spot, baby. I can see it in your eyes that you're looking at the time. You wanna leave this party, and I know you wanna leave with me. To chill with me, to drink with me, to freak with me. Oh baby, oh.
I can tell by your eyes that you're feeling me,
And I really want you to get close to me,
so would you dance with me?
baby. My drop tops in the parking lot, and I wanna take you. Oh, would you dance with me, baby? Would you dance with me?
Dance with me, yes. Looking at me, I can tell by your eyes that you're feeling me,
baby.
get close to me, so would you dance with me?
Baby, dance with me.
Drop tops in the parking lot, and I wanna take you back to my spot. But we still got a little time to rock, so would you dance with me?
Everybody sing along.
If you're sexy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're sexy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're sexy and you know it, and you really wanna show it. If you're sexy and you know it, clap your hands. Yeah.
I see you looking at me, I can tell by
By
your
the
eyes
eyes that you're feeling me, and I really want you to get close to me,
so would you dance with me?
baby. My drops out, parking parking lot. Back to the spot. Would you dance with me? Come on.
I see you looking at me.
And I tell in your eyes that you feel me.
And I really want you to get
Close to me.
So would you dance with me? Dance with me.
Baby,
My drops in the parking lot. And I'm gonna take you
back to my spot.
but we still got a little more time to run. So would you dance with me?
Baby, come
Dance with me.
with me.
I can tell by your eyes that you're feeling me. And I really want you to get close to me. So would you dance with me? Dance with me. My drop tops in the parking lot. And I'm gonna take you back to my spot. But we still got a little more time to run. So would you dance with me? Dance with me. I see you
Looking at me,
I can tell by your eyes that you're feeling me. And I really want you to get
close to me.
so would you
Dance with me.
Dance with me. My drop tops in the parking lot. And I'm gonna take you back to my spot. But we still got a little more
More time to rock.
so would you dance with me? Dance with me. I see you looking at me. I can tell by your eyes.
Jen's Newsy Bits.
Welcome, my friends, to Jen's Newsy Bits. This is where we bring you all the big stories of the day. Well, the stories that matter to us. And I discuss with my team, and today it is Taryn and Graham in studio. How's it going?
Hey, Jen.
Hey.
Happy
Hi.
Kind of Friday.
I was a bit freaked out when they started playing the Dancing with the Stars theme tune on breakfast. And I was like, why are they doing that on a Thursday? We're off tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I am. You're not.
Yeah, I'm not.
You're
actually.
covering 12? 12?
12 till 2 before Fanning goes to do his YouTube bits.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
So what are you doing on the show?
Loads of tunes. Tunes. For the Paddy's Day.
Oh, go on, you bleeding good thing.
Sure, yeah.
Are you going to be playing the norm? Or are you going to throw some...
I'll throw some
Graham?
weirdness in there.
You're gonna throw
Don't
some
tell anyone,
weirdness.
don't
Is
tell
There'll be a bit of
everyone upstairs.
Irishy kind of music.
Ah, yeah. Bit of diddly eye, bit of trad.
No, he's not.
No?
There'll be absolutely none of that.
From the Aer Lingus flight.
Okay, so Graham's on tomorrow from 12, whatever. I wanted to talk to you about Niall Horan because I was baffled. I was absolutely flabbergasted. Can I play the clip again? So this was Niall Horan talking. This was 8 minutes long, but this is just a snippet of what he does with his face every single day.
It's Niall Horan here, and I'm going to take you through my daily skin routine. If I had all the time in the world, you're about to see what I would do. And as I head into my 30s, I'm trying to keep the baby face for as long as possible. Firstly, always set the tone, have a candle of some sort with me. I love scented candles. First step is mousse. I don't know if it works, but I've been doing a cold water splash, cleansing. This is my exfoliator. Next step, steamer. Really important. Give the eyes a little plump. The big silver balls. I always have mine in the freezer. When I'm in a hotel, I get a bucket of ice and roll them around a little bit. Next step is moisturizer. Skin done. Fabulous. Now back to hair.
Lads.
Fabulous.
Fabulous. It's a lot going on. First of all, the candle.
Yeah, he's
The
the first
balls.
man.
Notions.
He's the
Notions.
first man from Mullingar ever to own a candle, which is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair play to him. I mean, absolutely lighting a candle while you're doing your skin routine. I'm so getting on board with that.
But like, I worry about candles so much that I've left them on that it would.
It'd be so stressful.
Yeah, it'd be too stressful. I'd get wrinkles from
It's
it.
too stressful to add that many steps. I don't need a candle as well.
He's a look at his skin,
He's a
Graham.
beautiful little lad.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk about his routine as such. But he's a beautiful little face on him, doesn't he? He's beautiful skin. But I want to talk about your expectations of a new partner. Is it beautiful skin? Do you like a bloke with good skin? Do you ever go, oh my God, I fell from because his skin was...
Never. I don't think I've ever noticed a man's skin.
Neither have I. Or could it be height? Because another thing that came out today, which was interesting, Love Island's Casey O'Gorman has confirmed a huge debate for viewers of the Winter Series of South Africa, okay? Love Island. The recruitment consultant did a tell-all on his Q&A on his Instagram, where one follower asked him how tall he was. So Etna was telling me, I didn't follow this Love Island because I have a life, and Etna did. And she said, Jen, he was a little squirt, the little pip, the little tiny munchkin, he was so cute, he's a little tiny fella in Love Island, right? And on his Instagram Q&A, somebody asked him what height he was. Etna was expecting him to say 5 foot. Have a listen to this.
Right, let's address this question. I am 6 foot tall and I was the shortest. It sucked. Ron was the second shortest, but he was 6'1". You had boys like Kai, Tom, who was 6'5". Jordan was 6'6", who I had to walk in with. So I looked tiny, cat standing next to him in the walk-in. You got Shaq, who's 6'3". They're all just very tall boys in there. So yeah, it did look like I was short, but I can promise you I am 6 foot.
It's not mad.
That is because I saw the walk-in video and he looked like a teeny
Tiny little human
guy.
Oh, bless him.
Yeah.
But no, he's 6 foot.
He looked like he could run under all their legs.
The producers definitely have a type. The producers of Love Island, all
Top
the lads,
boys.
the boys,
The big boys.
Did it? They're all like ginormous, okay, and the girls are all teeny tiny. Well, massive knockers. Am I right in saying that? But what is your thing? You know, so it's not skin for you. Is it height for
It
you,
is
Taryn? I
height
have a
for
feeling
me.
it's height. Yeah.
He has to be tall.
Really?
What's
Even
the tall? What's the cutoff?
What do you mean? There's no cut off. You can be as tall as you like.
Yeah, you could be a giant.
No, but what is as in Taryn's like, oh no, that's an inch too small. It has to be exactly this and up.
Because you're tall. You're 5'8".
I'm around 5'7", 5'8". So I would like him to be over 6 foot.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
Yeah, we're
Really
6 foot or over. Yeah.
So now, what if he's an absolute munter?
I really wouldn't care. Like, you can't really see up. You know,
That high,
you're not
yeah.
going to be looking up at his face.
So you don't care?
So the taller the better, actually, because you don't get to see them then.
The taller, the better. But actually, on dating apps, there's a lot of lying going on about the height.
No way.
So if someone says on a dating app they're 6'1", you have to take a good bit off that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So height would it be a deal breaker for you?
It will be a deal breaker for me. Completely.
Taryn, you're missing out on the love of your life.
Oh, I'm not, Jen.
You might be.
He's not out there.
He is.
I
But
may
he
as
might
well
be
go-
5'6".
What if you met the person who was just, you were like, oh my God, this person's amazing, but they're 2 inches shorter than I want them to be? Would you just be like, gone?
Yeah, like, it would be different if I actually met them, but like what my criteria is. That's the one thing. I don't care about anything else.
What if he's a psychopath?
That's fine, Jen.
Okay. So what if you're
Smart.
sitting next to somebody at a wedding, you're getting on amazing, he's an absolute beauty, and you have a little kiss and it's all going on, and he stands up and he's a little munchkin, he's a little guy. Would that be it?
That actually happened at a gig once. There was a really hot guy in the audience and we were kind of flirting. I was doing stand-up and then I went and sat down and then he stood up and he just barely was higher than the table.
Oh.
I think he was on a little booster.
No.
I don't mind. Height is not a thing
Really?
for me. No. Do you know, I have an Achilles heel though. I've one
Okay.
thing. I don't care about hair or height or looks. He could have one eye, an underbite, and like whatever's going on. If he has those V's, on the hips.
Yes.
I said I would marry Lau because I saw those V's, those muscles.
Yeah.
Because I used to live with his mate.
Right.
And he was coming in, it was after work, and he was standing in front of me and he was stretched and his jumper lifted up and I could see the V's on the hips, those muscles. And I was like,
He knew what he was doing.
It's like, I'm going to marry that man. And I did. That was it. That was it. That's my thing.
The V's.
The V's. Do you know what I'm talking about? You know the V's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The v, do
You
they
have
have a
them, Graham.
name?
Obviously, yeah.
they-
Everyone, flat out getting the V's.
Do they have a name?
I actually don't know.
Okay.
I know what you're talking
You know
about,
what I'm
but-
talking about? The V's on the hips. They're my thing. They're my thing.
It's very, very, very sexy, the V's.
Yeah. So
I've
I'm the
never seen
V's.
someone in real life with them.
Have you not?
Never.
I'll get Loud to send you a picture. I think he still has
Please.
them. So the V's, height is a height for you.
Yeah.
I think Graham.
Aura.
Oh, shut
Oh,
up.
Graham,
Shut
stop.
up.
Not on
I
a...
swear to God.
on a
We're doing
Thursday.
so well. It's the week. It's a bank holiday weekend.
We're trying to have a bit of crack here.
We're the aura.
The
Wait,
aura.
just say blonde.
Yeah.
Just say it.
No, I actually think I was thinking about it outside because I
You
have
must
to.
have a fit. No,
Yeah.
we're going to be so un-PC here, and we're just physical attraction.
Yeah, we're not listening to any of your watery shite this morning.
I think it's massive eyes.
You're such a liar.
No, it is. Jen.
Massive eyes.
Yeah.
Like a fish.
Not that extent.
What are them
no.
fish with the big huge eyes?
Go back to aura for a second. Why did you say aura?
Because you just know. I think it's a thing where when
That's
you.
sexual attraction he's talking about and he's
Yeah.
confused.
Okay, so if I've seen someone just on a photo or something like that,
Yeah.
so I can't actually see them. Yeah,
That's how photographs
Eyes.
work.
You're all about the eyes.
I think I'm about the eyes. Yeah.
Okay, so she had lovely eyes and absolutely terrible teeth.
Yeah.
You can sort the teeth out.
No,
you can't
no,
sort
Graham.
the eyes out.
I
This
don't
is
know.
true, Jen.
I don't know. I don't know.
know.
Height won't matter when you're lying down. See, this is what we want on a bank holiday
Yeah.
Thursday. This is the kind of stuff we want.
You can't be flat out lying down now. I know lying down is fun, but
Okay. Imagine a man saying their deal breaker was a woman's weight. Yeah? True? Yeah, absolutely.
No, that would be
well,
awful.
some men, it could be some men like you're either too skinny or you're too big or your boobs are too small or they're not big enough.
that'd be the same for any gender, though.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Jen, my thinking is a gap in a woman's teeth. I love a gap.
Love a gap.
Love a gap. I was raging when Pip O'Connor closed her gap.
Oh, stunning.
Really hard to find, and some women are ruining their cute little smiles by getting braces. Makes me weak at the knees. I'm single and still looking, Jake.
Could I get a gap put in my teeth?
You could, absolutely.
So you get braces that just
Maybe-
like pull your teeth out.
Jake, let us know what height he is.
Yeah, Jake, can every bloke who's single texting in today, just for Taryn, just
Yeah.
put their height in brackets
Nothing else
afterwards.
matters.
Yeah. So a gap in a woman's teeth. Yeah, okay, so eyes, height, V's. I think we all have our thing. I think.
Yeah.
I don't
Sorry,
know if that
Jen. Great.
instilled in
Sorry.
us.
Can we go back to the V's thing here? How often are you going to see someone's V's? You can't be like, oh, I see a photo of that guy
I make
with clothes
lower
on.
belly tops. He's at home, clean the house now in a belly top. Flat out. He'll send me a little raunchy picture later with his duster and his belly top on. It's just, I know they're there.
Okay, yeah.
It's just a thing. It's just my thing. Some people like feet, Graham.
Yeah. I know.
Some people are mad about
Huge
feet.
into the feet,
Yeah.
and that would not do it for me at
But
all.
I would love to hear, is there any woman out there that really cares about a man's skin? I don't know. I don't know if that's the thing that we notice or we pay attention to.
I only started noticing skin when I was getting older. When people said, oh, they have lovely skin, I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Everyone just has skin.
But did you ever have spots?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really spotty until I was about 27.
Were you?
Yeah.
Okay. How did that go for you?
Not great.
Beautiful skin now. We
Yeah,
all
I
go
have-
through our phases
Yeah.
of bad skin, I
Yeah.
think. That's
Yeah.
okay. That's allowed. Okay, well, what is your Achilles heel? What is it when it comes to your love interest? Is there a deal breaker? Oh, God. Oh, Lynette's on. Lynette, before we go to a break, go on. Hiya, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
It's great to chat to you. Lynette, what is it? What is it for you?
It's bony, muscly wrists. I don't know, like...
What the hell does that mean?
You know, if you look at someone's wrist and they have that kind of like bone and it's a circle bone on your wrist.
Yeah, I'm looking at mine.
Yeah.
It's sexy.
Oh.
It's so sexy.
You
I don't
find
know.
that sexy?
I do, yeah. I married my husband because of it.
Because of his wrists.
Yeah.
His wrists. Oh, my God.
What has his wrist so muscly?
Well, he's a farmer. And the look goes with it. The rest goes with it.
Oh, good on him. So, is that something that you pay attention to? Like, you would notice that straight away?
You would, yeah. It just, it stands out and it means, I think it kind of equals strength and maybe it's a subconscious, deep-rooted thing. And I
Basic
think
instinct thing.
Yeah, and that's why your V's kind of triggered you. That's
Yeah, it triggers me. Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody has texted in, a bit similar to you, Lynette, a man with big manly hands and nice
Oh,
shoulders.
yeah, that is stunning.
He knows what he's doing with those hands.
Yeah. What's he doing with those hands, Lynette?
Oh, lots.
Farmer.
Anything. He's amazing. He's one of these guys that he'll come in with a drill and hang up all my pictures or, you know,
Sounds like a film.
anything. He's one of those guys. He can do anything with his hands.
It's getting very hot in here
Yeah,
now.
hello.
And would you put him up for sale?
No, I think I'll keep him.
Hang on to that one, Lynette. If he's putting up pictures, because they're hard to find, it's very hard to get the handymen literally around the place.
Go and have a good lie down with them now.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lynette. There we go. That is regular caller Lynette talking about the bony, muscly wrists on a man. Has to be the dad bod for me. Love my husband more now that he isn't in the gym. I love a dad bod as well.
I love a dad bod.
You
Yeah.
can't love V's and a dad bod.
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
Love whatever you want.
Yeah, you can. You can love the V's. I'm married to the V's, but maybe, fantasy. I fantasize about the dad bod. How about that?
You do you, Jen.
The big manly hands is such a thing, though, isn't it? I forgot. That's another thing with height. If you had tiny little hands,
would that be a turn off?
Yeah.
Okay.
If they were smaller than my hands.
Somebody texted in saying, I think being height specific is so hard. It's one thing a person can't change nowadays. If you lose weight or tone up, you can do that. You can pump yourself full of Botox, but there's nothing to help your height.
No.
Oh, well, anyway, text in your Achilles heel 51552. We'll be back after this.
RTE.
Charms whenever I want you. All I have to do is dream, 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 dream. When I feel blue in the night and I need you to hold me tight whenever I want you. All I have to do is dream. I can make you mine, taste your lips of wine anytime, night or day. Only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. I need you so that I could die. I love you so, and that is why whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream, 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 dream. I can make you mine, taste your lips of wine anytime, night or day. Only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. I need you so that I could die. I love you so, and that is why whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream, 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 dream.
Welcome back to Jen's Newsy Bits. Good morning. It is 9:27 on Thursday, the 16th of March, and I have Taryn and Graham in for Newsy Bits. We are discussing the stories of the day. We can't get over Niall Horan and his daily skin routine. It's phenomenal, isn't it?
Yeah, take about an hour.
An hour. So he has beautiful skin. Not one person is texting going, oh yeah, I love a man with beautiful skin. But that's okay. We all have our thing. Mine is those V things on the hips. Taryn is height. Height is and Graham is aura.
Aura. Yeah. That's it for Graham. Aura.
God's sake. Oh, God.
Yeah. Okay.
Just be shallow for a second and talk about physical traits.
Big eyes was
Oh,
Big eyes.
like
Oh,
a fish.
yeah, but still. Somebody said, I love manly hands, but my husband's hands are teeny tiny. Lol. Oh, bless. I have someone on the line. Hello.
Hi, how's it going?
How are you? What's your name?
Ivana.
Ivana. How's it going?
All good, all good. How are you all?
I'm good. So you agree with the height?
Yes, I agree completely. So I'm 6 foot myself, so the height is a must. and I love to wear a heel as well, so it has to be way higher.
Okay,
taller.
so you're 6 foot. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, good on you. And tell me, is it difficult to find men that are taller than you if that's your thing?
Do you know what? Not really.
No?
Not really. Yeah, always been lucky. Always had taller lads. Yeah, married a 6'4", I think, and a half.
Wow. And
Yeah.
is he Irish?
He's Irish.
Wait, where did you find him?
In Galway.
Where? Give me a location.
Do you?
GPS, Ivona.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, there were the times.
Has he got brothers?
He does, but he's the tallest.
He's the tallest. She's looking at the bus. I'll take the tallest one.
What about the rest of us?
Oh, fair play. Okay, so you've always gone out with taller lads. That's just the thing. Have you ever gone out with a shorter guy?
Never with the shorter. Once had a guy that was just literally tiny bit taller than me and just didn't work out. Do you know when you're a tall girl, you want to feel safe in their arms as well. You don't want to feel like you're the one that has to protect them.
But come here, you're bloody 6 foot. You could knock anybody out with that height.
Oh, I sure can.
Well, thanks for getting in touch with the show. I'm delighted for you. She found her man. Hope for us all, Taryn. There you go.
Hope for us all.
Don't you worry. Just head to Galway. You want to talk about Dolce & Gabbana's newest footwear? Go on.
So I don't know if you guys have seen them, but Dolce & Gabbana's newest football would resemble 2 bin bags,
Newest
right?
football.
Footwear.
Sorry.
Did I say football? I could have.
Did I say football?
I think they were playing. I always thought they were playing with the garbage bag football.
Right,
Anyway,
no,
go on.
I'm talking about shoes. Okay, so their newest footwear would resemble 2 bin bags if not for they have the soles of trainers. So for a cheap, just $1,200, these designer drawstring runners can be yours. Fashion can really make you think sometimes that fashion designers are taking the piss out of us. Like, are they? We've all fallen for fashion trends from time to time, but I would like to know, I know I've had many, what are your 2 biggest fashion fails?
Buffalo boots. The Spice Girls.
Yeah.
Remember them?
I kind of like them still.
Yeah, but I only ever really wear black. So I got a black pair. So I just looked like I had a club foot.
But they're back in now. Those massive platform,
2
huge
club
yokes.
feet, actually, because obviously I didn't just wear one. If I wore one.
I was picturing you hobbling there.
No, I wore 2. But are they making a comeback? No!
They are. You know those big chunky shoes
Yeah.
that everyone's wearing these days?
You can get them in office now.
They're massive. They have like 3 inches on them.
Okay, so Buffalo shoes was mine. What was yours, Graham?
Probably every day, you'd say. But back in college, my night out outfit,
Oh, go on.
Oh dear.
black loafer shoes,
Oh no.
boot cut jeans,
Oh.
a luminous green belt with like
stop.
comic strip on it, and a highlighter blue t-shirt with a picture of a wolf.
Wait, a wolf?
Yeah.
Hey, did you get laid in college?
No.
Exactly.
That's why he's into auras. I'd be into auras too. If I had an outfit like
Where
that.
did you get the belt?
I don't know. There was this thing going around. Like, where did I get the belt?
Where did you get the belt?
Where did he get the
I
belt?
don't know where you got the belt.
Like-
Is the belt still at home? Would that be in your room at home?
I actually don't know.
Maybe your mum-
Top man were probably like, here, what do we do with all these things that are in our stock here? We have no idea.
Yeah.
Throw them out there and some Egypt will buy them. And that was me.
Okay, and was this intentional?
What?
The outfit that was
Well,
your
obviously
going
it
out?
wasn't intentional because I put it on.
Yeah, okay.
Was it intentional to be hot?
You were trying your best.
Trying my best, yeah.
We were all just really trying our best. to
Yeah,
be
we were,
honest.
we were
We were
really-
just getting it wrong. It takes years to master that.
Yeah.
Years.
Well, I took a notion to leg warmers.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're not a child of the 80s.
No. They kind of came back into when I was first going to discos at around 15.
Okay.
Me and my friend Lydia would put on like orange leg warmers. Like we'd have the wrist things and the head things. Like we were going to exercise, but we were going to a disco. To
Are
try
they
and
the
snog
fluffy
everyone.
things you put on your shins? Or what?
Yeah, would that
I'd
be
be into them now.
They're like socks with
You'd
no
like them?
foot
Yeah.
part in them.
Yeah,
Okay.
that whole gym,
Flash dance.
80s gym, Colin Me video of Eric Prydz, flash dance type vibe.
And
Yeah,
then
into that now.
Topshop did for a while these black t-shirts that would have like something like get up, get down and like neon. Yeah, it was neon. as
Neon.
well.
So neon
Yeah.
was the time for you
Yeah.
guys. It was
Yeah.
all neon. See, it was all it's all Spice Girls. I'm just thinking Spice Girls for me.
Sparkly stuff.
Sparkly stuff, but really short skirts and like knee-high boots
Did you
and
ever
buffalo shoes.
own
And
a pair of pants with a skirt over it? Remember them?
I used to wear a short skirt over a pair of pants. I used to make them myself.
You're so creative.
I know. I know. Would
You were
stop?
always going to make it, Jen.
X-Works jeans.
What are they?
Oh, lads. Eclipse jeans. the really baggy jeans
We had
that used to fray at the end.
Fubu jeans.
Sorry, what?
Fubu.
Fubu. Spell that for me now.
90s skate brand, FUBU. And all the hip hop guys in the States were wearing them. And then, like, Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit was wearing these jeans. So everyone's like, oh, we have to have these jeans. They look absolutely terrible. And they're halfway down your legs. So you have to have a good pair of boxers because they're on your knees, basically. Yeah.
Okay, so buffalo shoes, we can kind of, they're kind of making a comeback. The luminous belts and the wolf t-shirt, not too bad. The leg warmers, Graham's kind of into that vibe. Okay.
I did also own a poncho. I once had a poncho.
Yes, I did a poncho. I'm pretty sure I did a poncho as a kid as well.
What do you mean now, a poncho?
Like a scarf that was a jumper, but your arms were free.
Yes. Yeah.
Like the thing you'd wear at a festival, but a material version.
Yes. Yeah. But they're not that bad. What is the worst fashion disaster that people graced in this country? I need to know what it is. What is the worst one people donned? What is the worst one people did? Is it the X-Works jeans? Is it
Buco jeans with loafers.
But they're still knocking around,
They're still
Graham.
knocking around.
They're still knocking around.
One thing that I cringe when I think back is I used to love to wear tracksuit bottoms that said juicy across the arse.
They're still around. I thought they were extinct, and I saw some young one the other day with them on.
But they can't. Like, imagine walking out the door of your house past your father with juicy written across your arse.
It happens. It's still happening today. What is your biggest fashion disaster? Can you take the crown today? 51552. Get in touch. We're going to take a quick break and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about. You've actually seen this movie, haven't you?
I've seen half of it.
Yeah, what?
It's so intense that I had to stop it halfway through.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Yeah.
The movie that won Best Film.
Won like 20 awards at the Oscars.
We're going to talk about that and the actor, and he was given some advice, and we need to talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to do that after this. Don't go anywhere.
On 2FM.
I wish life could be a dream. Sometimes I see it all as a dream. I open my shades to my window. I see crime of the mind. I don't understand why. So a prayer for guidance I try. Lord, please give me strength to find what's right in these times. I need to be strong to know what's going on, I got to stay real strong to know what's going on, 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 yeah. I try to figure out where I fit in, but I know I got to be myself. But nowadays I try to fly real high. But I know that wings ain't easy to earn, and so I yearn for stripes of wisdom from my strife, from my strife. Yeah, my grandma swore that before too long I'd choose right from wrong and get the drift of what's going on. What's going on? 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 What's going on?
DJ standing at the side of me, brother, man.
Zamparelli on 2FM.
I'll keep working my way back to you, babe, with a burning love inside. Yeah, I'm working my way back to you, babe, and the happiness that I let it get away.
we bring you the stories of the day, tell you what has, pricked our attention this morning. Lots going on. Lots going on. Mainly pop culture. Thanks for all your texts into 51552. We were talking about Dolce & Gabbana because their news footwear would resemble a black garbage bag if not for the trainer sold. For just $1,200, the designer drawstring runners can be yours. $1,200. Are they taking the mickey out of us? We were talking about fashion disasters or these trends that we kind of buy into. I'm trying to find the worst fashion trend ever. I think Denise might have it, and she did it herself, didn't you, Denise?
I did, Jen, yeah.
Go on. Tell us what you did. What fashion trend did you jump on board and you stuck with it for a while, didn't you?
Oh, I jumped on it because I had them in every colour. But it was the pants with the flare bottoms with like a half skirt on one side.
Stunning.
Yeah.
So the pants with the half skirt on it, and what did you pair that with now?
A gorgeous like little tank top with a mesh long sleeve.
Oh yeah.
Top over, so they had little like rosettes on it, and then you'd have the platform shoes and the little butterfly clips in your hair. Do you know when you were going to the
Yeah, you thought you were Gwen Stefani, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you were her.
Loving life.
Yeah.
Loving life, yeah.
Absolutely loving life. Okay, I don't think that's too bad. I can see people wearing it today.
It's good festival wear.
It is good.
Yeah.
Thank you,
It is
Graham.
coming back a little bit, but I don't know whether the pants with the skirt will come back now. Maybe the mesh top.
Were the butterfly clips the ones that wobbled?
You kind of twisted your hair back, and then these little butterflies, like cornrow effect, kind of.
Lovely. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
Maybe don't do that. But you can wear the pants with the half skirt. Would you still have them knocking around the house?
I actually think Mum has them in the attic.
Oh,
yeah.
amazing. Oh my God, you need to dust them off and get them on you. Go on for the laugh. Listen, thanks for getting in touch with the show. Leanna's on the line. Leanna, how's it going?
Not too bad, Jen. How are you?
I'm good. Tell us what you used to wear when you were 16.
Right, so this was the mid-90s, and I just remember this particular night out, and I'm wondering now, was it just a craze in Donegal? But clogs were in, so I had these black suede clogs, with all the kind of metal pins around them, which you wore with knee-high socks, and I had this kind of 60s swing dress that I was wearing with it, and I'm over 6 foot, so and I just thought I looked the absolute, I looked the nuts. I was fabulous, and I remember having a crush on this guy, and he just burst out laughing in my face with this outfit, and I never wore it again. But I remember everybody was wearing clogs then, but I think I might have added in the knee-high socks myself.
I remember the knee-high socks.
Yeah.
I do remember a time when I was rocking the knee-high socks. I have a vague recollection of clogs as well.
Yeah.
What?
Well,
How did we get wearing clogs?
God knows. I genuinely, it was only just kind of going into the dark recesses of my mind with the chat this morning.
Brought a pair of clogs home from their holidays, and then we all must have gone mad for them. Because I don't know how else they would have arrived.
But I think some people used to wear them in the hospital and stuff. So there was a bit like the Crocs now. There was functionality there, and then at some point it kind of crossed over. But I remember this crush of mine. he said something about the hooker boots I was wearing because it was black clogs and black socks. They just look like knee-high boots, which obviously, nowadays wouldn't be so bad, but back then in the mid-90s, hooker boots, it did not go down well.
Well, listen, I think the clogs is the most bonkers fashion trend that we got on board with. I think you've kind of won with that one. Thanks for getting in touch with the show, Leanna. I'm sorry for triggering you talking about fashion disasters and that coming to the forefront of your mind. Not a nice memory to have because she mentioned her crush a few times.
I know.
Okay, now Graham, you want to talk about this movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
It's bananas. I've only got through half of it because it's just so intense.
What? Why is it so intense? It won best movie.
It won 7 out of 11 nominations. It won 7 of them. It's why it's so much happens, and it's about moving through like different multiverses depending on. So if I say Jen, or if I don't say Jen, something different. Our lives
Like a
will go different
sliding
ways.
doors on speed.
It's like a butterfly effect, but taking in every single possible outcome, and then all these are meshing together. It's
Okay.
so bananas. But I'll
What's
finish
the
it tonight.
aura of the film?
Let's not talk about auras. Anyway,
So you couldn't even get through it.
not yet.
Okay. But the actor, we love the actor.
Yeah, Ke Huy Quan, legend. So he won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor for his role in that film, and now he shared the advice that Kate Blanchett gave him following his big win. So he said that he attended an event recently, sat next to Kate Blanchett, and told her that he doesn't know what he's going to do next, but he feels he has a responsibility to do something good, and that he doesn't want to disappoint all the people that have supported him. And she said, be irresponsible. Don't worry about what other people think. Do your own thing. Choose something that you believe in. Choose something that you love, and things will work out.
He's going to do porn. Is that what's happening?
That's exactly where my brain went as
In
well.
clogs and knee-high socks.
Yep. And
Ke Huy
Be
Quan.
irresponsible. Absolutely do not be irresponsible. This is
be
the
irresponsible.
crossroads of your career. Your next move is so
No,
important.
because then you get typecast. Do something weird. Keep on doing the stuff that you're passionate about, and you'll find your niche that you actually like. Whereas if you go with, if they have that role, you have to take that role, and you're like, I don't really like that role. Yeah, but you have to take it. Then you're just going to go down a path where you may be successful, in quotes, but you're not going to enjoy it.
I do believe that success only comes from passion.
Yeah.
Without sounding...
Oh my God, Taryn's getting to be like me now.
No, You've been but I've hanging out with
always
Graham too
believed in
long.
Yeah.
Hang on. So, you could be passionate and poor, right? Okay.
Yeah. You have to take risks, though, if you believe in yourself.
No, I'm only joking. You absolutely do have to take risks, but he's taken the risk. He's won the Oscar. Everybody's going to want him. Every project is going to want him. So he's probably going to try and figure out like which one is right for me. So she's saying, but I don't like her term "be irresponsible."
Yeah, I think it's more about taking risks and being irresponsible.
Taking risks.
Yeah.
Get out of your comfort zone. You've done the work now. Stretch yourself. See if you can better yourself by getting out of your comfort zone and going with your gut.
Yeah.
But the irresponsible word is weird. That sounds like porn to me.
You don't like the irresponsible?
No, that's not following your path. That's not doing what you should. That's
We get
just
Kate
like
Blanchett on the line.
that's
please.
like going out on a night out and coming back after 6 weeks and not seeing his family and being on consistent rollover and not working for one. That's irresponsible.
Yeah,
That's
'cause
not taking responsibility for yourself.
In reality here, the be irresponsible is like, take the $10 million film instead of the 30 million if it suits you better. We're not really talking about...
Yeah.
Our level of irresponsibility.
It would be great crack to see him be irresponsible, though, wouldn't it? Like being irresponsible as an adult is there's a huge amount of fear in that. You know, because I think irresponsibility is great. You know, your teens is about being irresponsible. Your 20s is about being irresponsible. But when you're 30, you're not allowed to be irresponsible anymore.
What? Huh?
Come on now, Jen.
No, I don't think so.
No.
No, after 30, there's this societal pressure.
No,
that
it
you have
forgets
to do.
society.
I know, but that's just the facts. I don't like it either, Greg. Stop giving out to me. I don't make up the bloody rules. But do you not feel that you're always kind of pushing against the grain because there is like, you have to settle down, you have to buy a house, you have to get this, you have to do this. What are you doing with your life? Where are you going?
Yeah,
What's happening? in your
pushing
30s?
against the grain, yeah. But I don't take age into account. If I had kids and it was like, okay, well, you can't just quit your job tomorrow and try to start up a business because you have to pay for the kids.
Yeah.
That's being responsible. But before that, if you're just looking after yourself, I don't think the age comes into it.
When was the last time you did something really irresponsible?
Well, it depends on your definition of irresponsible.
See,
But
like, just irresponsible. It's not responsible. That was a stupid thing for you to do, Graham. You did it purely to have a good time and nothing else. You didn't show up to work. It didn't.
That happens
serve
all
you.
the time, Jen.
So you'd say you'd be quite an irresponsible person.
No, I think this comes back to exactly what you said. I think irresponsible is the wrong word. I think it's being risky, like taking a risk.
Same thing.
Yeah, like I've anytime I come to the end of the road where I'm like, okay, I've squeezed all the juice out of this job, I just leave. I don't say, stay in because it's better on the CV to stay in there a bit more.
No.
I'll just quit and be like, I'm going somewhere else, I'm doing something else. And it could be like, oh my God. But then if the bank are looking at you for a mortgage, they'll be like, you have 2 months where you're not in work. So they're going to be saying, oh no, you can't do that. And I'm just like, forget about that.
I just think I'll just lie.
Okay. Yeah, that's what most people do.
Yeah.
That's what most
I've never
people do.
had an issue with that. I'll just lie. I'll make something up.
That's more irresponsible.
Okay. All right. I don't know. I think as a parent, yeah, you have to be responsible. I still do irresponsible things. Like I still take my kids out of school to go on holiday because it's cheaper. Like that's irresponsible, especially when you get a letter going. I'm going to have to call Tusla because you missed so many days. And sure, I'm like, well, it's cheaper. You know, she's in. You know, she's not doing any exams, right?
She reads. It's grand.
She can read in her holidays by the pool. It's grand. That's kind of irresponsible for me as an adult. But, you know, depends who's asking. I remember when I was 27, I bought a handbag and I couldn't eat for 3 weeks. That's irresponsible.
That's very irresponsible.
But we do these things. But I'd love to know the last time you're completely irresponsible when you just didn't show up to work. And you're like, I'm going out on Jolly for 3 days with my mates.
Sure, Jen had a sick day last week and she was organising it on the Wednesday.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that was me being completely irresponsible. But did I care? No.
So you organised it on the Wednesday?
Yeah, I was my sick day.
Good woman.
I got cover and everything.
You saw it coming, but that was responsible of you.
I saw my sickness coming, Taryn. Yeah.
As us women can.
So this actor, he was told, he's had a huge pinnacle moment in his career. He was told to be irresponsible. Is that good advice?
I think it is.
I think we need to define irresponsible.
We do.
51552 if you'd like to get in touch with the show. People are already texting on this. Jen, I don't think you can be irresponsible, not with the pressure that people are under now for work and money. Yeah, I was so irresponsible when I was 25 and living at home, but no way I could do it now. No way I could do it now. Now there's pressure. There's a huge amount of pressure.
Yeah, but Claire, you can take a sick day and go and have the crack.
Can you?
Is that irresponsible?
That is irresponsible.
Yeah.
Because if she gets caught, she might lose her job.
Yeah, that is true.
You see, Graham?
Yeah.
You see? 51552 if you'd like to get in touch with the show. Also, if you're single, text in your height and I'll forward on your details to Taryn.
And nothing else. It doesn't matter. Just your height.
2023. And speaking of those guys, in celebration of St. Patrick's Day, the Pillow Queens and friends are happening on Saturday night at St. Patrick's Festival Quarter in the National Museum of Ireland from 6 p.m. And there are still tickets available if you fancy a great Saturday night. But Graham, these guys are playing. Who else is on the bill?
Yeah, so the grounds of the National Museum, they're going to be transformed into a nighttime urban festival experience. There's going to be different stages, food, drinks, a mini fun fair. And then, we're going to have A&R. We're going to have also 2FM Rising artists Khaki Kid, Winnie Amma, Sweet Lemon Day, and Melts, Sprints, Megan O'Neill, Kat Dowling, loads more, and it's all headlined by Pillow Queens.
Lovely stuff. You can see St. Patrick's Festival.ie for tickets and more. One city, one celebration, and you can be part of it. And to win a set of tickets, if you want to go and have an absolute blast, text in now saying "Gimme tickets," and the first texter wins.
Gimme tickets!
Run out there now. Here we go. Here's Griff with One Night. Enjoy.
Excuse me, Miss Lady. It was kinda hard for me to approach you. You see, Miss Lady, I'm a married man. And I never thought about another woman since the day I said the words I do. But I would love to spend one night with you. I've been watching you. I can feel you watching me too. I'm a married man. That don't change things. This feeling turn me on. Even though I know I'm wrong. It's something about your lady won't leave me alone. Ow. 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 Just one night, the vibration is right.
To come after 10, the Irish are certainly holding their own when it comes to sports at the moment. We know that. We're making waves in rugby and most recently at Cheltenham. But what makes it a winning streak and how can we ensure it continues? Marie Crowe from Game On will be here after 10 to chat about that, and you don't want to miss it. Denver Zamparelli 2FM 51552 if you'd like to get in touch with the show. But now it's time for your news.
2FM
Entertainment News.
Yes, Lottie Ryan is here with the entertainment story. Lottie.
Jen.
Hi.
Hi.
What's going on?
So, do you remember when low-rise jeans were cool and you buy those thongs that were kind of bejeweled at the back?
Yes.
Because people would see your underwear and you wanted it to be extra sexy. We now know that was just not a good look.
Or comfortable.
Yeah. However, Katie Price has just been photographed on holidays. She's in Thailand and showed off her brand new tattoo. It's huge and it is a black and white lacy thong that goes right up over her hip bones. So she's constantly now got her underwear on display. So she's in like a skirt and the thong just comes right up the middle of her back and over her hip bones. It's got like little pink bows on it and it goes really well with her new double H breasts.
She got new boobs again?
Got new boobs again, double H. As producer Etna said, she'd find it hard to get a matching set.
She will. But okay, will she regret that? She seems to regret.
Will she regret that?
Well, it's like she does regret a lot of her fashion, let's say, or trend choices. And we're actually talking about trends today, and some of the most horrific trends. And we're all guilty of it, Lottie.
Can't help. Everyone wants to fit in.
Yeah, we're all guilty of wearing the low rise, of wearing the buffalo boots, of wearing all these horrific things back in the day. I mean, are we going to look back in 10 years' time and go, oh my God, when I was doing that radio show, what was I wearing? What was I thinking? You know what I mean?
You will regret what you're wearing today.
Absolutely. But when you look back, is there one outfit that you think?
Oh, there's so many. There's so many. Probably the one that gives me the most embarrassment is this dress that I used to have. I think I actually still have it just for memento purposes, not to wear out. But like if I had a guy on my radar and I really wanted to impress him, I had this little black dress, but just around the middle of the boob section, it had like a little Playboy bunny, and the ears were cut out, so you could see just a little bit of cleavage.
Oh, lovely, look at you, the Playboy
That was
era.
a thing, though. Playboy
was a thing. And we had no clue.
Oh, my
Absolutely
God.
no. It was kind of over being so risque. And
Oh, so
this
risque,
is so
so
sexy.
sexy.
Absolute tat.
Text Jen 51552.
Who has an 8-minute beauty regime on a daily basis, which involves putting his silver balls into the freezer and lighting a candle. Fair play to him. A lot of texts coming in on 51552. Fashion. My wife, who's beautiful. We're talking about the worst fashion moment in your entire life. We're trying to find the worst one. My beautiful, beautiful wife has a pair of slider-like things with fluffy, furry coverings on the strap. I think I've a pair of them. When I see them coming, I actually get really anxious. I commented once, but it doesn't do anything. Why are ladies so adverse to opinions on clothes? It's not personal. It's just an opinion. We can't say anything. No, you can't say anything. My husband has a pair of hiking shoes, and I call them his Ned Flanders because they're so unbelievably unattractive and dorky. I can't cope. And as soon as I said it to him, he went out and bought another pair just to annoy me. So I have to do the opposite with them. Do you know what I mean? Because he just does it to... That's marriage, I suppose. Now, stay with us, because coming up after our next song, Marie Crowe is going to be in from Game On. We're going to talk about winning streaks, and boy, are we on one at the moment.
Turn up.
Yo, I cannot understand why the parents and the teachers and everybody trying to bring to the kids, the young generation. Yo, what's the deal, bro, Charlie Brown? What's the deal, Charlie?
I don't know what the deal is. You have to ask my partner, then go D.
Yo, tell us, D. Tell us, D.
Confusion, G.
Oh, what's up? Hey, man. It's just another case of that OPTA. Oh, man.
In school, I wrote notes and took quotes from Shakespeare and other types of rhymes to show you that I care for things like together forever till you're my only one.
Only
it
one.
was special, I could say it was a loving one. You would say someone's knocking at my window.
Knock, knock.
Someone's ringing my bell.
Ding dong.
It's about 2 in the morning.
Hey, yo, G, what the hell's going on?
It's just another case of that OPTA.
But nevertheless, it goes to show my potential. And even though our love was three-dimensional, 1,
me,
2,
you,
3, your pops. Now what am I to do? I had to transform into an educated lad, going around doing chores for your dad, playing a duck, wearing sweaters and shoes, chilling with Pop, just listen to the blues, and talking to your mom about her love for a daughter, suggesting to me that I just oughta watch myself
inch by inch,
watch myself
and use some sense.
So I did, and didn't do a damn thing, but they took the blame, so now I sing.
It's just another case of that OPTA. Busta Rhymes, the mighty infamous, always misbehaving and mischievous, causing aggravation. I'll never pause, pushing out spitballs to plastic straws in class, until I got caught at last for laying up the courtyard grass. Hey, teacher, go to the flex, Busta Rhymes about to get a complex. Hey yo, in class, kick the this girl Cheryl. Word, the teacher tried to tell me you're a pharaoh. No, I'm not with attention, no with suspicion, or child's wicked and wild that carries ill styles. Teacher just acknowledged to go talk to my mommy. Now when she gets home, she's gonna wail the body. I hate this relationship, the mom and teacher. When she reaches home, yo, she knows how to reach ya. Okay, up to date, I am the new school prank between my mama, teacher, and my dad. Hey yo, it's just another case of that OPTA.
Yo, teachers hate me, the girls don't take me because I'm C-Round.
Class clown,
getting still. Sometimes I chew, depending on the day and how I feel. Sometimes I leave an apple that's rotten and brown. Nowhere to be found. No tax on seats, 5 days a week. Alright, in that election, I gotta get some sleep, but I didn't do it.
You did it.
I'm suspended.
You was with it.
And now it's time to pay for the crime that I never got caught like Judge Wapner.
Bam, take him to court.
A room of teachers, parents and preachers, a principal and one kid dressed in sneakers. Case of Brown versus the boy.
Order.
Yo, 12 verse 1 is a slaughter. I pleaded my case, face to face. It was a waste and everyone was in place. Yo, pronounce me guilty. You have 364 days of detention to serve.
Some nerve.
I felt this could be from piss. The head of the board say case dismissed. As I walk out the room, I heard them say,
oh man, it's just another case of that OPTA. Oh man,
yes,
we have the final countdown. Oh yes, we do. The final countdown on the case of the PTA.
File number 3, 4, 7, 8, 20, 28, 42.
Hey. Let's do the final countdown on the hit list for all of the scrubby teachers. All the scrubby teachers in the past now time. What up? How about Mrs.
2FM. It is 12 minutes past 10. I'm Jennifer Zamparelli with you till 12. Good morning. Marie Crowe is sitting in front of me. How's it going?
It is good. I was able to relate to your irresponsible parenting.
I know you were because you were telling me off air, and you need to tell the listener, what did you do?
Okay, there's one thing being an irresponsible parent and knowing it yourself, but it's when everybody else realises how irresponsible you are that it gets a little bit tricky. So my son loves Liverpool, and he went to the Liverpool-Real Madrid match last night. So we're taken out of school, said nothing, because I mean, usually if you're taking your kid out of school to go on holidays, you might say, oh, it's something really important on. And then I was watching the match last night, and he was on the telly, so I couldn't even pretend that he was sick. And everybody saw him. And it went all over.
And you were getting messages saying, is that your son on the telly at the
getting
Liverpool
messages
match?
on Twitter, people pausing it, playing it back.
Now, did you have to retract the sick note, or was it gone already?
FYI, he got sick. He recovered and we sent him to Madrid.
Did he have a great time?
They lost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But did he have a great time?
He had a
there we
okay
go.
time,
There we
yeah.
go. And it's important to see your team lose, I think.
Yeah, it is, because that builds character. Some people say, I mean, I've never felt it myself because losing is horrendous, but apparently in the long run anyway, you learn a lot from losing. You learn learnings.
Well, when I started dating Lau, AC Milan were doing terrible. And they're not doing too bad at the moment. And my life just seems, our relationship is better, the home life is better. I don't know what it is. And we want to talk about it. I mean, it's a massive week for Ireland. With Patrick's Day, the Cheltenham Festival, and looking ahead to Saturday, and the potential for the Irish rugby team to get a Grand Slam in the Six Nations Championships in Dublin. And what a run the lads in green have been on in the competition. So we're talking about sporting teams and winning streaks in general. So let's talk about some of the most famous winning streaks in sport. Can you give us some insight into the Irish rugby team and what they've actually accomplished so far this season?
Jen, you're so right. If all of the sporting results go well in Cheltenham, the favourites win, the people who've backed the horses will be happy. If Ireland win on Saturday, the whole country's going to be really happy. So you're so right. When people are winning, then it lifts the nation. So the Ireland team have lifted the nation for the last few months because they've been on a little streak of their own. They've been doing really, really well. So they're number one in the world. Jen, imagine being number one in the world. Wouldn't that be amazing? You're the best in the world. So they have that title. Last year they beat New Zealand for the first time on away soil, and then they went and won a series against New Zealand for the first time. They've been unbeaten now in a year. They lost to France in February 2022, and they have a 13-game unbeaten streak at home. So this weekend, they're aiming to make history to become the first Irish side to win a Grand Slam on home soil. And all they have to do is beat England.
All they have to do is beat England. Absolutely easy peasy.
At the moment it is. It's not too bad because England got absolutely hammered by France last weekend, like really bad. Some of their former players have come out and said that there's no world-class players on this England team. They've got a new manager. Things don't seem to be going so well for him. He's only in the job.
Great.
So all the signs are pointing towards an Ireland win. But still, it is England coming to Ireland. They're a wounded lion. They're going to want to spoil the party.
Exactly. You said it there. They're wounded. Let's talk about their mindset. They lost. They just lost. They're on a bit of a trajectory. We're on a winning streak. We're confident. That must stand for something and play a huge part.
Yeah, there's something there, Jen, in that, the mentality and the momentum. So when you're winning and you have that bit of momentum, it brings confidence. But all of these professional teams now leave no stone unturned when it comes to preparation. So they have like the top sports psychologists working with them. So they will have tools, Jen, to put in place to help them cope with all the pressure that's on them. But one thing that they always say, and Johnny Sexton said it this week as well, that we're just going to stick to the process. So that's what these, especially the rugby teams, they just seem to look at it as another game. So this is another game. We're going to do what we always do. We're going to stick to our processes. And if we stick to our processes, then the results will come.
Okay. Do they have sports psychologists, the Irish team?
Yeah, they do. They're working with this guy, and he did a big interview at the weekend called Gary Keegan. So he works on their mindset, on dealing with the pressure, and everybody deals, like, the good thing about it is that there's so many individuals who deal with things in different ways, and he's able to work with all of them and to design ways for them to cope in these situations. And some of them don't want psychologists at all, and they want to just go out and play, and they can do that. Others will be getting sick in buckets before games. So they all have different little clicks and ways of dealing with these high pressured situations. But hopefully now on Saturday it'll all come together.
Johnny Sexton, what's going on with him? Is he looking to beat some kind of a record?
Yeah, so Johnny Sexton, you'd think now he'd be under a little bit of pressure. So at the moment, he's on 557 points in his Six Nations career, and this ties him with Ronan O'Gara. So he's going to be looking to break this points record, this scoring record. He equalled it last time out, so he's on the same amount of points. So this is kind of this is coming on top of him as well. But he says he's not thinking about it. He's going to break it because he's going to score. He's going to he'll kick something.
He'll kick something.
But it is another little bit of added pressure, another moment, another story, another part of the game that people are talking about. And it's going to be his last ever Six Nations game as well, because he is heading for retirement. He's 37, Jen. He's so old.
Aww.
Yeah, he's so old. So he's heading for retirement. So imagine... very few people get fairy tales. It's such a rare thing that if you're finishing your sports career, that you get to go out on a high, that you get to go out and win something amazing, to do something really special with all your friends and family there. If it happens for him, which I think it will, he's going to do something amazing. He's going to come out with a scoring record. He's going to have beaten England on home ground to win the Grand Slam. All his family is going to be there, and it'll just be one of those occasions that we so rarely see. So it's going to be really special for him. And
I really worry of the aftermath of that. The come down of that. Then you're retired. Please mind him.
Yeah, there's a huge amount of people that struggle with retirement, because I think especially for like rugby and soccer, professional sports, GA is a little bit different because everybody has jobs, so they do have another little bit of an identity. But when that is all your own, the only thing that you're known for, your identity, every time you got up in the morning was to go and play a game, and then all of a sudden it's gone.
And then to finish like that, if that is going to happen on Saturday.
No, he will be going on, because we do have a Rugby World Cup to come, Jen.
Okay, so
we have a huge Rugby World Cup to come.
Yeah,
but this is a big one, because
a huge moment.
We don't know when he's going to have a moment like this at home in the Aviva Stadium again, or if he ever will.
Okay, geez, I might even watch the match.
I do.
Let's talk about Ruby Walsh's streak.
Yeah, so Ruby, look, anyone who knows Ruby, he's amazing. He is the most successful Irish jockey of all time, and he has a record from Cheltenham. So he has rode 59 winners. He has won the top jockey prize on 11 occasions. He's ridden the most. He's the most successful rider in the history of the Cheltenham Festival, and he's over there this week now working for us, and we're chatting to him every day. But it's quite an interesting one, because I actually asked him about records recently, and I was saying to him, you've got all these records, and do you worry about people beating you? Records, they very rarely last forever anyway. And he was like, no, I don't care about records, they are what they are, they're just records. But then he was able to tell me the 5 jockeys that were closest to him and how many rides away they were. So I was like, really now, Ruby, I'm not really buying that you don't care. He did know how many, he did know who's the next closest to him and how far away they were, and he was calculating how old they were, how many rides they could possibly get. So I think he revealed a lot in that answer. Yeah,
he certainly did. Moving to English football, can you tell us about Liverpool and the Premier League in 2019?
Yeah, so look, Liverpool were absolutely amazing for a very long time, and they they were terrible for a very long time. They were only amazing for the last few years. They were terrible for 30 years. They didn't win any Premier Leagues, but they had a huge amount of fans. So they had this huge fan base, and they weren't delivering at all. But the fans really, they were always supporting them. They almost had record fans, basically, because they got so much support. But Jurgen Klopp basically took over, and you'll know who Jurgen Klopp is. Big smile, loves hugs, really good manager. He took over. They got new owners, and then things really started to take off for them. And in 2019, they were just absolutely amazing. So you're talking about football fans or sports fans being miserable and then changing their tune when their team started winning. I was a wife to one of those people. I am a wife to one of those people. So during that time, he was delighted with himself, because Liverpool
that was a great year for you.
Yeah, it was a great year. So they equalled the league record, record of 18 wins in a row. They won the league, obviously, with 7 games to spare. They smashed the record for home victories with the 24 as well. And, fans thought they would never see the day. But look, things are great. I mean, they lost in Madrid last night, but they they've been good. They've given the fans a brilliant time, like obviously winning Champions Leagues and getting to finals, and just been great.
Let's talk golf. Byron Nelson, who's this guy?
Yeah, and like not too many people are going to have heard of Byron Nelson, because I think we're all so used to hearing about Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy and Phil Mickelson and all of this. So when you think of records, you think that it's the people like Tiger and Rory that have them, but it's actually this guy Byron Nelson. So he was playing years ago, way before Tiger Woods was, and he has a record of 11 straight PGA Tour wins, and he set this back in 1945. I didn't even know golf was played back in 1945, but it was. Tiger Woods came close to, well, he tried anyway to equal or beat this record, but he only got 6 wins in the 99-2000 season, so it's a really hard one to beat. And it's really hard now, Jen, as well, because there's so many more golfers and the standard has improved. So for anyone to consistently go out and win a tournament would be really difficult, because there's so many people now knocking on the door, and like there's only inches between them. You know, there is a lot of really good, high quality golfers, and they tend to change, and different courses now suit different players. So I can't see that record being broken at all.
Would you say a sports psychologist is as important, especially if they're on a losing streak, than management or a trainer? I mean, it seems to be a huge part of it, because there's so much more to contend with now as well.
Oh, there's a huge part of it, and it's something as well, Jen, that's been talked about a huge amount more. So like years ago, when professional sport wasn't there wasn't as much focus in the backroom teams, it was almost taboo to talk about the mental side of the game. It was, you know, you were kind of lauding the people that were able to perform under pressure, but never really understanding how they were able to do it, and you know, you'd call them like the ultimate competitor and all this. But I think the reality is now that the mindset coach, the mental coach, the performance coach, there's so many different tags on these people. They're in every team, they're with every sports person. Without them, now there's certain people that, like Ruby, who we mentioned, he is this rare breed of person that didn't need the sports psychologist. He was driven enough. He could deal with the pressure himself. He never needed to work on that side of his game. It was already there. And there are people like that who can just go out and play the game as it is. And then there are other people who need tools to be able to focus on what they have to do, because they're thinking about the next play, they're thinking about what's happening in the crowd, the previous play, what people are thinking of them. Whereas now there's so many professionals in the field, they're able to work with performance anxiety, I guess, as a way. And look, I mean, you could talk about it in our media game. It's the same sort of thing. You do need people to give you the tools, to give you the guidance, and just to help you cope with high pressured situations that you're just not used to.
Do you think his family background, like it helped that his family were in the same industry?
I think so, yeah, because it was just a completely natural way of life for them to be like that. Now, I think his personality has a lot to do with it as well, and the type of just the type of character that he is, and the mindset that he always seems to have. Like, some people are really good at dealing with adversity. They're really determined. You'll see it in your own kids. You know, you can look at the kids that you have, and you can see the different traits that they have, and sometimes they have things in them, other times they need help with working on things, but everybody's able to work on things, you know, and like that's the thing now. And we hear so many sports people coming out talking about how once they worked on the mindset part of their game, that everything else was able to elevate to a whole new level, because they were spending so much energy and they were so drained worrying about the performance side of things that they weren't able to follow through on it then, because that energy was gone from thinking about what they should have been doing or could have been doing.
I have a lot of respect for people like Ruby, but I also have a huge amount of respect for a team like Liverpool. You know, 30 years of being on a losing streak, and let's just talk about that for a second, because we know about the winning streaks, but there can be losing streaks as well. You have one in basketball you want to talk about. What's that one?
Yeah, so look, there's certain pressurized moments in sport, and like trying to put a ball in golf when the whole world is watching you to go out and win a major is one of them, but free throws in basketball is another one, and it's really difficult to nail it, because everybody, and it'll be like Johnny Sexton when he's trying to convert to do a conversion at the weekend. Yeah, you've got silence all around you, you've got people looking at you, there's expectation, it could be the winning and losing of a game. So in America there's a record for missing free throws, and Chris Dudley was a player there, and he's retired now, but in one game he missed 17 out of 18 free throws. So that was in just one game of basketball. He was not able to do it. He kept getting fouled. So in basketball, you get fouled, you get the free throw, and he just got the yips That's what they call it, the yips, when you just couldn't do it.
Oh, God,
Yeah, Padraig Harrington has spoken about it. He had to really work on his mindset because he got the yips and he wasn't able to put the ball. So
it just happened. It's all in the head.
It's all in the head.
Oh, crazy. And what about Premier League in England? You have a note here. What was going on there?
Nobody likes having these records, Jen. So Sunderland have the record. They went through the longest losing streak in the league's history, 15 consecutive losses and not draws for 15 straight matches. So they were, look, I mean, you're ultimately a loser then if you keep losing your matches, Jen.
Yes. Oh, it's so sad.
It's a tough industry,
it's
like sport. Yeah, it's
horrible.
It's really tricky. And I mean that's why they pay them so much money, because it is a really difficult thing to be able to perform at that level consistently, week after week. And there's so many highs and lows to it, and there's so much preparation that comes into it. Like, I admire anybody that makes it as a professional or elite sports person, because it just takes a certain breed. I'd be the one that would be breaking the tennis racket, breaking the golf club, just absolutely going crazy if things weren't going my way.
Oh my God, the yips. Yips. They sound terrifying. I'm so delighted. This is an awful thing to say that Liverpool lost.
They lost last night.
It's good for him to see that now.
I know
the next match will be very important. He has to see that.
He's one of those kids that was born at a time when Liverpool were winning all the time, so he didn't know the pain.
He's like,
and the
what?
hurt.
What is this?
Why are we losing? Yeah.
Was he very hurt by it?
He gets upset. Yeah. Like, my other son supports PSG and they lost last week, and there was tears, and like, it's just amazing to think that the result of a game can affect people.
It's good for them. It's good for them, Ray.
We'll see. We'll come back to you in 15 years and I'll tell you what they're like then.
Well, listen, thanks so much for that. That was our very own Marie Crowe, who presents Game On weekdays at 6 p.m. on 2FM. And we will be back right after this. RTE.
Baby, one more time. I ain't doing too bad, babe. I got you on my mind. Hey, 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 hey. You're having a darn good time. Somebody help me. I can't help myself.
Somebody's got to help me, 'cause I can't help myself. I'm not doing too bad, baby. You know I ain't got no brand new bag. Somebody help me. I can't help myself. Somebody better help me, 'cause I can't help myself. And I ain't doing too bad, baby. And I ain't got no brand new bag. Snatch it back and hold it. I wanna tell you where it's at. All the kids in the neighborhood is doing a brand new dance. Snatch it back and hold it. I wanna show you where it's at. Sit on one more time. Just a one more time. Hey, 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 hey. Baby, one more time. All the kids in the neighborhood, they know just where it's at. Snatch it back and hold it. Snatch it back and hold it. Hey, hey, hey. Snatch it back and hold it. Say the hey, 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 hey. Hey.
There we go. Good morning, everyone. I have a bit of news for you because it's coming up to Paddy's Day. I don't know if you knew that, but
Win big with Jen.
we're actually celebrating Paddy's Day a little bit early with the most Irish of crisps. Kyo's Shamrock and Sour Cream Crisps. That's really difficult to say. And yes, they are the real deal. They're made from real shamrock from Kerry. Don't you know? So Kyo's have given us a trip to the home of the Irish Shamrock with 2 nights bed and breakfast, bubbles on arrival and a gorgeous dinner at the Dingle Skellig Hotel. Gorgeous. All we want from you is your best Paddy's Day story. Whatever it is. Did your fella jump on a float at the parade? You know, did someone throw a green milkshake at you? Like we had one of our callers during the week. Whatever your Paddy's Day story is, I don't really mind what it is. I just want it. 51552, the best story from each day. This week, we'll go into a draw at the end of the show for that trip to Dingle. All thanks to Kyo's. But also, the best story from each day gets a Paddy box. So it's a win-win for you guys. And the Paddy box is a box of Irish goodies. Everything that's good about this country is put into a box. Chocolates and sweets and crisps and treats and Barry's tea and Paddy's Day themed stuff. If you have the best story. So text them in to me now. 51552.
RTE.